Okay. It's already saying that it's giving me a problem. Okay. Um, I don't know if you guys going to get the notification or not. Because they're censoring a lot of these videos regarding the outcome that took place on the 23rd. And I just wanted to put something out there just to give you guys something to think about. Because we are always wondering why. We're always wondering why we are, how can I say, not even a second class citizen, but why they don't want black people to be happy, why we are the most oppressed. And this just came to me. I don't know if it to be true or not. But as I grow and start to realize everything is energy and everything is frequency, right? And it started to make more sense to me. Why they have to keep us oppressed, right? Why they have to suppress our happiness and all of these things by incarceration, police brutality, all of these things that goes on seem to be that they want it to appear that it's more prevalent in the melanated community more so than anything else. And like I say, I'm about to get real deep because I want people to just, I'm not saying that it's the truth, but I'm just saying to you, as I grow and as I become to understand a lot of things now, especially from an energy perspective, it is giving me more clarity. And I'm only sharing this my sense of clarity. This is my opinion, my sense of clarity with you guys, because I really want us, in this group to really focus. I want us to focus on why it appears all the time that we are oppressed and we are targeted. And in our community, they target our communities to be more dependent on the system and all of these things. And it just came to me. If everything is frequency, as I'm coming to understand it to be, and if we have direct contact with the cosmos, with our ancestors that are located in the solar system, which generates the most energy, the most power, and all of these things, right? And we have the most power. Our frequency, if we're happy, if we're in a state of bliss, right? Then the frequency of this how can I say, of this planet would change. It would change, right? Because we are solar, right? We are solar. So if we are at a higher frequency, right? And we already have this solar frequency within us, right? As a melanated being, then the high frequency would change this whole dynamic of this existence here on this planet, right? And who would be able to sustain it? Who would be able to survive it, right? Who wouldn't be able to withstand it, right? Because as a collective, if we were more at bliss than despair, the frequency would definitely change because of the energetic composition that you melanated people have. It's very, very strong. It's very, very powerful. So when you start seeing a deliberate attempt to keep us in low frequency, right? Because remember, even if phenomelanated people were all in high frequency, right? To which they are, right? To a certain extent, because we label it as white privilege, right? Even if phenomelanated people are in high frequency, they still can't reach that frequency high enough to reach the cosmos, because their energy is foreign to that of the cosmos. Our energy is not foreign to that of the cosmos, because that's where we come. We are solar beings, right? That is why we have a soul. That's why we have the eumelanin in our DNA, right? So can you imagine if all of us came together, right? And we were in bliss, we were in happiness, and our frequencies were not suppressed, because now we're radiant. We're not being constantly inundated and suppressed in our frequency because of our beliefs and going to jail and different things of that nature. Those things suppresses our energy, taking our separation of the family. Those things diminishes the frequency. Constantly seeing police brutality and different things of that nature. Now, if that verdict would have went a different way and everybody would have been happy and elated, especially in the eumelated community, that would have sent a signal, just like what happened when O.J. Simpson. They could never have that happen again, because our voice, our radiance, our what we speak and how we speak, right? That changes the game in the atmosphere. It changes the game. It sends out these frequencies that are just like high pitched to a dog, whereas a dog can hear it, but we can't hear it. We're making these frequencies. We're energetic. We're elated. These frequencies, because we radiate at a much higher frequency just by being here, because we are of a solar composite, right? So I said to myself, you know what, it gotta be a method to the madness, because, they always suppress us. There's police brutality. There's always, most of the time, judgments that are against us in regards to going to court and different things, putting us away, for in jail for 30 years for just, the most minute offenses that has a domino effect on not just the person, but the person family, the person's kids, the people of color that I said there's a deliberate reason why they have to suppress and oppress our energy. And I thought about, the time of Kemet, where we were at a higher frequencies and we were able to do a lot of things, right? We were able to do a lot of things, build pyramids and all this other kind of stuff, because of the frequency level that we were at, and we were at a more state of bliss at that time, more so than a state of confusion and despair. Right. So as a result of that, we were able to do things that what we perceive right now as miraculous things. But it had a lot to do with the energy. It had a lot to do with the frequency. Right. So can you imagine if that verdict would have went a different way? Right. The frequency that would have been emitted as a result of that. And what it is that, the higher the frequency, the hotter it gets. Right. And if there's a consistent concurrency of a high frequency of us being here, and there's a lot of us that are here, as far as a eumelanated being, there's more eumelanin than not, because we are the original man, then people that are phenomelanated would not be able to withstand that type of frequency. They would not be able to withstand that type of solar energy. They would not be able to withstand that type of solar energy, right? So they got to keep us oppressed. They have to keep us suppressed for just their own mere survival. They have to, because they know from a frequency perspective, right, that they cannot withstand our unity to come together at that magnitude, because this you think Earth glow now, this shit will look like the sun, because we come from the sun. We are solar energies, and it will be like the sun on Earth. It will be like the sun on Earth. So they have to keep us oppressed. They have to keep us at a low vibratorial frequency as a unit. And this is just my opinion. This is something that I just thought about, and I said, I'm getting it now. Like, the clarity is like getting too real for me. You know what I'm saying? Because we are solar beings. So it would be like the sun actually being on Earth. It would get hot. You talk about hot as hell. It would get hot like a mug, because we are solar beings. And guess who can absorb it more? Guess who can adjust to it? Because we actually come from it. It's the eumelanated being. So they have to keep us at a suppression, at an oppression. Because if we radiate in high frequency, then that could potentially take away them, because they reflect light. They don't absorb. Phenolmelanated people don't absorb light. They reflect it. Right? And I just put that out there because a lot of us, it's like, why, we this and that. And and the thing of it to me is the energy that is being emitted as a result of the decision that I'm looking at. And who's saying what, and what category of people are saying what they say. And a lot of us are saddened because there is, the way we wanted to go that would have made us feel good, made us feel justified. It did not go that way. On many cases, it does not go our way. And it's deliberate in nature because of the color of our skin. So when it says because of the color of your skin, it's very, very powerful. We would radiate. This earth would glow more than what it's glowing now. And there's, it's unfortunate that there's a level of disparity that has to come as a result of keeping a low frequency here, right? And it may sound crazy, but like I said, now that I understand things or understand things from a frequency perspective and all this frequency, I'm like, wow, now I get it. Because us being who we are would basically annihilate those who could not withstand that frequency. And in truth, that's what's happening now too. A lot of they could not afford that cry to go out in a way at a frequency level, because it's already changing. And I know, those that are making that decision, you might say, Patrice, this is some crazy stuff. And I get it. I get it. This, commentary is not going to be in regards to spirituality and our existence here on this planet and all this other kind of stuff. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. I get that. It's going to sound as foreign as it really is. You understand? But I'm just telling you that they can't afford for us to be the truth of who we are. They can't afford for us to be that. But what's happening is that it's happening anyway, because as the closer that the rays of the frequency of the sun gets to us, it's going to awaken that part of us. And that's what's happening now. That's what's happening now, because the solar energy, the energies are reaching us. The ancestral energies are like, we're becoming awakened in warp speed almost. When you go back to Bobby Hemmett days, he said that he was a minority in the game, and he just didn't give a F. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, it is what it is. He's just going to continue to do what he's doing, because he had some foresight into the future of what was going on. But now I get it. I don't know where this is mentioned at anywhere. I have not seen any video that will explain what I just explained now. I'm sure some may come up now. That's what happens. It's interesting, like how this thing listens to you or whatever, because you'll say something and then 2 or 3 days later, something to come up to prove what you just said. Like, it's just crazy. A lot of folks say algorithms, but I think it's a little bit more deeper than that. Because it's just, there's no way that somebody know that this just coming straight off the dome. And then all of a sudden there's literature to or some type of video to support it. Because I haven't seen nothing regarding how I'm thinking right now in this matter. And it just came to me like just now. And I said, because like I said, when we all are together in unity and we're low vibration, we're responding in mourning, and we're responding in disappointment and all of that, even though that's the way that, our natural inclination to respond, right? It's natural that, because, the way how we know and how we learn things. So it's natural to respond that way. But the frequency that it emits is very low frequency. So I see that they are deliberate in keeping us in a low frequency. I see that. And I said to myself, I'm like, well, why is there such a deliberate nature for them to keep us in a low frequency? That's for two reasons. Is that high frequency, they can't withstand the radiation that comes as a result of our frequency being high and in bliss. And two, because of that, they have to create a heaven here because they can't leave. They don't have the frequency to leave, right? They're pretty much trapped here, So that's two things, right? So I just want people to, really, what it's a natural thing. Our frequencies is going to awaken. And a lot of us, as a result of that, it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. And it's going to get hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. It's going to get hotter. Because a lot of us is awakening up. Our frequencies is activated. The DNA has been activated. That's what they mean about the DNA activation. And I know this may just sound foreign, but if enough of our activations, if enough of our DNA become activated and we start knowing our true selves, then it changes things. It really changes things. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know that we don't understand, a lot of us don't understand what has transpired in the decisions, many decisions on our behalf as a melanated being as to why they want to keep us in mourning. And I told you, mourning is a low frequency thing. It is a low, very, very low frequency thing. It's very debilitative if you don't know how to use it as a tool, more so than using it as a functioning of life. And they keep us in mourning. They keep us crying and looking at the news and Black Lives Matter and all these things. They keep us low vibrations. But Black Lives Matter is at a frequency level. Black Lives Matter is low frequency because you're reminding me that I am oppressed. Right? When you hear Black Lives Matter, the first thing you think about is, the killings of black men, how when you are killing, it's police brutality. And so when you think about that, how does that make you feel, right? It doesn't make you feel elated. Oh, Black Lives Matter. When you hear Black Lives Matter, you feel like Black Lives Matter because we're A, B, C, D, and E in such a negative way. So that frequency keeps you at a low, right? I know it's foreign conversation here, but you got to look at it from that perspective, right? So why you think certain things are quick to support it financially, because it's effective at keeping us, at a low frequency. It's effective in doing so. So that's, I just want to, share that with you guys. I can't get this thing. It's bothering me. I don't know where it comes from. I think it's a spider in here somewhere. Because I really don't see. Oh, I'm all off. Oh, there we go. Right. Yeah. I want you guys to take a listen to this video. I really do. I'm going to put this video on YouTube because, yeah. I ain't saying that that's the answer, but that just makes so much sense to me now that I have a sense of awareness of something that is very, very different for many of us. But I get it. Anyway, peace and love, everybody. Happy Friday. I know I'm doing videos like crazy today, but it just as it hit me, I said I wanted to share it with the group. I wanted to share it with you guys so that I could get your guys' opinion about it. And how does this make sense to you? If it actually does make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, tell me how it doesn't make sense. Maybe I can explain it. I don't know. But I really want y'all to, this video, I really want y'all to listen to. Because I really want to hear your opinion about it. All right. All right. So I love you guys, and let's talk. Let's really, really talk. Love you guys. I know they're probably not gonna, but I'm gonna try anyway. All right. So anyway, love you. Peace and love. Shall commence talking with you guys later. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Love you guys. Bye.